Thistles is a poem by Ted Hughes that compares the harsh nature of thistle plants to the unending conflicts in human history. The poem starts by describing how thistles persist despite efforts by cows and humans to remove them. This video explains the poem, Thistles, by Ted Hughes stanza by stanza. The poem opens with a vivid image of cows and farmers trying to deal with thistles. The rubber tongues of cows refers to cows grazing and attempting to eat the thistles. The hoeing hands of men refers to farmers trying to uproot them with their tools. Despite these efforts, thistles manage to grow and spike the summer air. This means they grow tall and strong and pierce the air like sharp weapons. The phrase crackle open under blue-black pressure suggests that the thistles are bursting open with life and energy, despite the pressures against them. No matter what tries to destroy them, thistles keep coming back. Each thistle is described as a revengeful burst. It means that they grow back with a vengeance, like they are getting revenge for being cut down. The term resurrection means coming back to life after being destroyed. This emphasizes their ability to keep growing back. The thistles are compared to splintered weapons. It suggests that they are like broken swords or spears, ready to fight back. Ted Hughes introduces a historical element by comparing thistles to Vikings. The Vikings were known for their fierce and relentless nature. The underground stain of a decayed Viking implies that the thistles grow from the remains of these ancient warriors. In this way, the poet links nature and history. The thistles are described with human-like features, such as pale hair, and the rough sounds of ancient languages, gutturals of dialects. In the final stanza, the thistles are compared to aging men, growing grey and old. Even though they are cut down, mown down, it starts a feud, which means a long, ongoing conflict. The sons of the thistles means the new plants. They appear and ready to continue the fight, just like how human conflicts continue through generations. In summary, Thistles by Ted Hughes uses the persistent nature of thistles as a metaphor for human conflict. Despite efforts to destroy them, they keep coming back, much like historical battles that are never truly over. Themes of the poem, Thistles by Ted Hughes. The thistles represent nature's unyielding spirit. Despite being cut down by cows and farmers, they keep growing back. This theme underscores the theme that nature is powerful and persistent. The poet compares thistles to Viking warriors. In this way, the poet draws a parallel between the natural world and human history. The ongoing battle between humans and thistles mirrors the endless cycles of human conflict. The poem suggests that violence and conflict are cyclical. Just as thistles return generation after generation, so too do human conflicts. This theme is reflected in the final stanza, where the sons of the thistles continue the fight. Literary devices of the poem, Thistles by Ted Hughes. Hughes uses vivid imagery to paint a picture of the thistles and their environment. For example, rubber tongues of cows and hoeing hands of men provide a tactile sense of the struggle against thistles. Visual imagery like thistles spike the summer air and crackle open under a blue-black pressure helps readers visualize the scene and feel the intensity of the thistle's growth. The thistles are metaphorically described as splintered weapons and revengeful bursts. In this way, the poet compares their growth to acts of war and revenge. Hughes gives human characteristics to the thistles and describes them as having pale hair and being stiff with weapons. This personification blurs the line between nature and human warriors. The poem includes similes such as like pale hair and grow grey like men, further linking the thistles to human traits and aging. Structure of the poem, Thistles by Ted Hughes. The poem is composed of 4 stanzas with a consistent structure that helps to build its themes and imagery. The enjambment between stanzas 2 and 3 creates a flow that unifies the description of the thistles' persistence and their comparison to historical warriors. The use of short, sharp lines mimics the thorny, abrupt nature of the thistles themselves, reinforcing the poem's themes through its form. Conclusion. In conclusion, Thistles by Ted Hughes is a powerful poem that uses the image of persistent thistle plants to explore deeper themes of resilience, historical conflict, and the cycle of violence. Ted Hughes creates a poignant connection between the natural world and human history through vivid imagery, metaphor, personification, and simile.